Let's see. What's up, guys? All right. Lord, I do see that. I do see that. Been there too. All right, let's see. What's going on today? Let me, ooh, please tell me that's recent. Oh no, I gotta put that on the charger now. All right, give me 1 second. All right. Don't want to see what's over here. I want to see what's in America. Hi, everybody here. We got a lot of things going on, man. As if y'all was in my YouTube live, things have been really crazy. In our TikTok live, we talked about some wild things that was going on. Wait, why is the France E4 fighter coming here now? I don't know why it's freezing like this. What's up, guys? It's getting crazy. Like, yeah, it's getting really crazy, dude. Like, 100% war is coming. Nobody can see a good way out of this because of Russia's moves right now. Russia doing this part of Ukraine. Okay, let me see if I can go to Ukraine and explain it a little better on here. All right. So, all over here, right? This is all NATO. This is all NATO right here. All on Ukraine's western side. Over here, Russia's about to take pretty much most of this. These four little regions right here, Russia's about to take. Ukraine already have a stockpile of NATO weapons that they're using to change around this war. Now, Russia is saying that if Ukraine hit these territories, it will be nuclear war. They can use their nuclear weapons to hit back. Please don't tell me it just updated. All right, anyways, I'm going to have to do a cappella to that part. Today, we have gotten a lot of news of what's going to happen in the Ukraine war. Now, Medvedev came out and said that there was going to be, that they would use tactical nukes to defend Ukraine right after it came out that there's protests and everything and nobody really wants to fight for the Russian army right now. Then we have Lavrov that's saying that Lavrov is saying that the United States is getting really close to being involved in this war. We also have Serbia, who said that World War III is getting ready to get started, probably within a month or two. And we have just a lot of moves getting made. Now, NATO is saying this is very dangerous rhetoric coming out of Russia. This is very dangerous. This could escalate. If Russia does that, they don't want that. Nobody wins a nuclear war. Nobody wins a nuclear war. Iran is under cyber attack and they're in an internet blackout right now, but they also have major protests. And y'all noticing our weather is out of whack. We also have a category 4 hurricane lurking on our Atlantic and heading up to Canada. I didn't see that coming. And it's just a lot of stuff going on right now. But I don't see any good solution out of this. This is all bad. Like, this is escalation. And now Putin is recruiting up to 1 million in the army now. 1 million people. Wow. And don't forget, those protesters that's getting arrested is most likely getting sent to Ukraine. They're getting arrested and most likely sent to Ukraine because everybody in the prison is also getting deployed to Ukraine. So it's so much happening right now. And I'm like, dang. It's the time to be prepared. It's the time to be ready. It's really time to be ready. Bad days is ahead of us. And then NATO warned of a winter is coming. They said the winter is coming. And I'm like, okay. What do they mean the winter is coming? What do you guys mean by that? The winter is coming. I would suspect that you guys would mean something completely different. The winter is coming, huh? Then they started to proceed to talk about conflict between NATO and Russia, and I'm like, okay. I think it might be talking about a nuclear winter. Maybe that's the dark winter that we're talking about. Maybe it ain't even the winter. Maybe it's our own winter from the conflict that's about to brew. Because I'm now not even seeing December. I'm seeing before November that this all could escalate. This could escalate at any point in time after that referendum. They're warning you. They're secretly warning you that something is coming, man. Better stand up. Stand up. Get your house in order. Prepare the best way that you can. Get some seeds. Get a flashlight. Just do little stuff, man. Get little stuff. Start off small. The referendum is going to be from the 23rd to the 27th. They will be having votes for Zaporizhia, Kherson, Donetsk, and Luhansk to join Russia. Now, if these go through, if these territories keep getting hit, they're going to be filled with Russian equipment. They're going to be filled, protected with nuclear weapons, just like the Russian territory. Just like the Russian territory, how they say, oh, if our territory ever gets hit, we're defended with nuclear weapons. These territories would be. Though the people that stay there will now be Russian people. So you know what I'm saying through this. NATO's not going to recognize this, so therefore they're going to continue to supply Ukraine with weapons. Therefore, Ukraine's going to keep hitting Russia with these weapons, or Ukraine, that part of territory. I'm saying Russia for a reason, so you know what I'm saying. Then it escalates. Russia's already saying now, if that happens, they will aim further. They will aim further into maybe NATO territory. And they're saying we have the hypersonics that will hit back before NATO can even hit Crimea. That was the rhetoric that they put out today. And I'm like, wow, this is getting really tense. This is not a good move. Like, now that Putin put out that nuclear alert, they're all nuclear heavy. They're got them hands on that button. Like, oh, yeah, go ahead, test us. Test us. I'm like, oh, no, dude. We didn't let the wrong country develop nuclear weapons, bro. I told y'all, no man should have that power. No man should have that much power. It gets to people's head. It's an equal thing. And they keep saying they can't lose because they got nuclear weapons. That is very dangerous. That's a very dangerous saying. Like, so that means, okay, we're not going to lose a war, because if we do lose, we're just going to nuke the whole planet and then nobody wins. Nobody wins. That's dangerous. We got civilians that's going through shit on this earth like that they can't handle right now. They're not used to. People are in more. I'm noticing people are more angry than usual. It's like nobody's happy. No, you say hi to somebody, they just look like, nah, dude, like, leave me the fuck alone. Like, nobody wants to be bothered. Everyone's angrier. And I'm like, it has to be the vibe. It has to be the environment of the world. It has to be the situation, because nobody's being able to afford shit. Nobody is able to have fun no more. You know, entertainment ain't the same no more. People are looking for ways to smile, and it's just depressing. The world's depressing as shit. I'm still optimistic. I'm still moving on. I got you guys. But things is just like not the same, man. Like these last couple of years have just been having this eerie feeling. And this year was the year that I've really been having. I'm like, oh man, I'm really getting that feeling like something about to go down. Something not about to be, this is not good. Got that feeling. Yeah, it's about to break. Started listening to Canadian Prepper, listening to his views on his channel. Started listening to Off Grid and his views on his channel. Now I'm listening to W7, who's now starting to pick up on it. Now I'm listening to myself because I'm going through these articles. I'm just reading the language, and I'm like, yeah, yep, that new era of tensions that they were warning about was definitely World War III. That was definitely World War III they were warning about. All that preparation for a nuclear detonation, all that preparation for a radiological attack, all this terrorist activity in our country, the terrorists that's down on the border of Venezuela letting out killers, rapists, and all that to come to the United States. People ain't even aware of this. They're here. When they ready to go boom, they ready to go boom. Now it's coming out that China as well is buying up territory. Buying up ports. 40 ports in Latin America. I'm putting this laptop on the charge real quick, so then we'll be able to look that up too. But yes, they're buying up ports. 40 ports in Latin America. They're buying up land in America. We having a national emergency. We should be mobilizing now. We should be putting troops by Mexico. To be honest, no, we're not at war with Mexico, but it's too much shit coming up from Mexico. So we need to be putting troops on Mexico's border. We need to be watching to see if Chinese troops are sneaking into this country, or if Russian troops are coming in here, or if Iranian terrorists are coming in here, getting ready to do terrorist attacks here. Because I'm hearing they're targeting reporters and we're targeting people in this country. We are under attack in this country. So why ain't nobody talking about that? We just putting it all over the world. Yes, that war is bad. It's horrible. It can end the world. But we also got shit going on here, so we should be deploying troops. We should be recruiting. And I'm having a feeling that they're about to call for a draft. Eventually. Everybody calling up these mobilizations, putting up defense spending higher than it's ever been since since the World Wars. They're about to call something up for you guys, man. Don't think you're just gonna be sitting here comfy at home watching this on the TV. Oh my God. Ooh, that nuke about to be here. Nah, bro. Nah, you might be called up too. You don't know. I'm pretty sure Russians didn't know. They didn't know it was gonna go this far. They're probably like, yeah, whatever. Just like Americans, yeah, whatever. It'll never happen. We're gonna take the Ukrainians. All right, we need a partial mobilization of 1 million people. Well, what? Oh, hell no. Yeah, like now they want to take it serious. That's gonna be America. Watch. America gonna be on there. Oh yeah, we're about to go to war. Russia and China. Yeah, whatever. They gonna be able to do nothing. What else? We got superpowers and all this motherfucking shit that can destroy their fucking country in a heartbeat. Yeah, we good. All right, here come the draft. Oh, what? Oh, here come Mexico. Yeah, like they're gonna be gone. They don't want to deal with that shit. They're gonna be gone. All them doubters out there is gonna be the ones begging for shit when all this shit hits the fan. Over here, oh yeah, you got any more information on where I could find a shelter or where I could get some food or some stuff to filter my stuff? Nah, bro, all that shit's gone. You should have got that before this was brewing up. Now you're stuck out there. You didn't listen. You didn't listen to the warnings. You got stuck in this little loop that they got you in. You didn't get out. Time is here, guys. When they start saying that China's building up in our southern front, yeah, okay. The Panama Canal. I'm trying to talk too fast. Panama Canal. China is on the east and west coast of them, trying to get ports. They're about to build military infrastructure down there, guys. That means that China is preparing for a war with the United States. Don't forget that Xi Jinping also ordered today for the military to be ready for a military operation. That doesn't mean it has to be Taiwan. It could be Japan, and it could also be America. It could also be America. It's really time to get stuff ready, man. It's getting tough out here. It's getting really tough. And it's about to get even worse when this shit breaks off. And when it breaks off, man, guys, get ready. I don't care if you got to go past the border. I don't care if you got to order planes to Africa. I don't care if you got to live underground for the rest of your damn life. All you need, all I'm gonna tell you is when this brew, you need to make your decision right then and there. When NATO comes under attack, when Russia sends that hypersonic missile that they're threatening on Europe and the United States as of today, when they actually shoot that, you better have a fucking plan. It ain't at that point. It ain't no rhetoric and oh my god, I need to watch Javante the reporter. No, you need to go and find your and do something. Go to your family. Go get a bunker. Go find something like build a shelter. Try. You have your own basement. Build something out of it. You could turn a basement into a bunker. Might be expensive, but you could do it. Look at different underground tunnels or caves in your area. Try to avoid mines because those are very fragile and you probably be trapped in there forever. But there might be old fallout shelters from the Cold War in your area. I know that if an EMP happens, them Cold War shelters that they're promoting right now for millions of dollars that's trying to get bought up is going to be for open grabs. I mean, people are going to be going wherever they need to go. It ain't going to be, don't come here. No, they're going to beat your ass and go in there anyway because people are going to be panicking. So, I mean, start looking. It's time, man. It's time. When I saw CBS put that, and I posted that on my YouTube on here, when I seen CBS posted that Cold War video showing that Americans are demanding for fallout shelters, it put me in the mindset of when I was getting taught in school about the Cold War, of how they had the old advertisement on there, go under the desk and tuck and roll and all that. They had all that on there. I'm like, wow, we really in Cold War 2.0, aren't we? It's really gotten to that point, huh? Well, great. Great. They want Putin out. They want Putin out. The dangerous thing is, a lot of people don't want to admit this, but they want Biden out too. And you see that where this is leading us, right? We got all these big leaders fighting for a political spot on the world stage. And they all got to show a display of power and not back down from it. Russia's not going to back out of this war. I don't care what anybody says. They do not want to lose, and they keep telling you that. They're not going to lose. They don't want that in their history. They don't want people to be choking on it for the rest of their lives. They don't want the United States throwing that in everybody's face. We supply weapons that whoop Russia's ass. Like, nah, bro, they don't want that. They are not going to back down. They made that clear as day. We would rather use nukes and nuke this fucking world than to back down to the United States and NATO. NATO and the United States is on the same mindset. We are not going to back down. We will protect our allies. We will, if you decide to make these moves just because we're supplying weapons to Ukraine, then we are going to fuck you up. We will use our nuclear weapons as well. You got to realize you're not the only country with nuclear weapons. You might have the most, but we have them too. So nobody wins. I mean, we could do this, but nobody's going to win this. Thank you, Off Grid. Thank you, Off Grid. We can do this, but nobody's going to win this. Show Off Grid's channel some love as well. And show Aztec some love. Nobody's backing down, guys. We are backing each other into a corner. Putin he gave his warning. He gave his order, and everybody's following suit. And I'm not talking about the Russian people. I'm talking about his camp. As y'all hear Lavrov and all of them coming out saying that the West is now targets of war. Literally targets of war. Putin himself said NATO is involved in the war. How much more clear do you need it to be? We are involved in the war. The leader of Russia said, we're at war with NATO and the United States, the collective West. We are at war, guys. So nothing that our leaders say at this point, I'm going to listen to, because I know they're going to be in denial about it and say, well, we're not trying to be at war with Russia. We're not at war with Russia. I mean, if they feel that way, they feel that way, but we're not. Dude, if they feel that way, that means we're targets of war. So that means to suspect Putin to do something. That's why the United States is watching for a nuclear strike, because they're expecting Putin to do something. They know this is going to escalate further. This is why they keep saying it's going to escalate further. Kosovo and Serbia, they're about to fight it out too. Azerbaijan and Armenia, they're about to fight it out too. All these little wars, China, Japan, China and Taiwan, they're about to fight it out too. China and the United States, they're already building down in Latin America. Actually, I hope this is charged up so I can show you guys the articles on this stuff, because I am ready and pumped up to go. I'm ready to talk about this stuff because it's getting that bad. That's why I'm pushing this on you guys. I'm telling you, listen now. Listen now. Before it's too late. And whether you believe in the man, believe in God or not, it's time to get right with Him. If you want any type of savings, you need to get right with Him as well, or your higher power, whatever you believe in, you need to get right with it now. Because the end, I mean, these are definitely the end days. You can definitely just see the atmosphere, the environmental feeling, the aura. The world right now is so depressing and evil and dark, and just, I mean, just look what's promoted on TV and our movies no more. I mean, nothing's censored. Nothing censored. You could tell the devil just put his hand over the world right now. Oh yeah, yeah, it's my time. It's my time. You could tell the world's on fire. I believe NATO now said when they say the world is on fire. The wicked one has his hands on the world right now. You can feel it in the air. And eventually the time will come around where good will prevail. But that time is not yet. We got to learn our own lesson. And I feel like that lesson is within this war. People are going to be the ones to destroy themselves. It looks like it. Humans, they said humans will build their way up to destroy themselves. And look at where we're at. Technology is destroying this planet. And now we're about to use it to destroy each other's military. Everything. You got to realize this is the survival for our country. So we're going to use all means. No matter if it's going to destroy whatever, we're at war. And we know Russia could fuck us up. So we're going to use everything. Laptops back up. Let's go. Oh yeah, and this all right. We ready for this? Let's go. I was checking this military activity. I seen a French E4 coming over to the United States. I was wondering what it was doing, but I was checking it a little earlier. Looks like it's already here. Or it looks like it's in Canada right now. Yeah, it's in Canada. But our activity has been pretty active, to be honest, and it's really been in the middle and down in Texas. As we know, Texas declared a state of invasion not too long ago, probably like a month or two ago, because of the terrorists on the border. Venezuela got prisoners coming up at that bottom border down here, lining up to come into America. They told them to come into America. But right down here, this has been a very active spot. And I have a feeling the United States is looking and making sure that Russia, you know, like their submarines or Russia and Chinese or Iran is not making activities near us, because, you know, they're still down in South America. China's been really trying to build their influence in South America. Now, if y'all want to know what I was talking about in the Panama Canal, because they said China's buying up ports on the east and west coast of the Panama Canal. That's right below the United States, right below Mexico, right over by Nicaragua, down in this area. Down in this area. So this is pretty close to the United States. This is why they're saying this is a big threat. This is pretty close. And don't forget, Russia has Nicaragua. They're welcome to come and bring their troops and ships here for the next 5 months. 5 months. They could keep their ships and stuff there. China also, and Russia, has Venezuela and Iran. They all have in Venezuela. They can bring their stuff there at any point in time. Don't forget Cuba up here, right by Florida. That's another point that they could build up at. And Brazil and Argentina. Those are other areas that they can go to. But yeah, Cuba's right here. Y'all can see how close that is to Miami. Russia could put stuff here. And I'm just telling y'all, if this war escalates, all things are on the table. So be prepared for the worst. Be prepared for your enemy to be plotting on you. They already probably been planning steps ahead. Now that China's working with Russia, they're probably planning 20 steps ahead. They're probably like, okay, well, if America does this and NATO does this, we'll do this. All right, yep, we'll block this. All right, let's test this out. Let's run patrols together. Let's do drills off the border to act like the United States is invading us, so we are ready for this. They're probably getting ready for every scenario right now, just like the United States and NATO. Craziness. All right, now let me check on some of the stuff that I was talking about. We're going to go to this right here. I'm going to get rid of some of these. This is just from all the times I went live. I never close out my tabs. I really don't use my laptop like that unless I'm going live. But I wanted to show y'all that Xi Jinping did put out a... Yep, rebuffs China's takeover as Xi Jinping eyes third term. He put out a order today to get the military of China ready for a military operation. I might just put military operation. Yep, here it is. Xi Jinping directs Chinese troops to carry out special military operation. Oh, wait, that was June 5th. That was June 15th. Sorry about that. I forgot to put the filter on this. So that's for today. Sorry about that. I'm like, hold on. That don't sound right. There we go. This is one of them. All right, Xi Jinping asked the Chinese forces to focus on preparing for wars amid tensions in Asian Pacific. In his latest statement, Chinese Xi Jinping has directed the country's armed forces to shift their focus on preparations for wars. So that was today. He gave an order to the military to prepare for combat readiness. And there's multiple, sources talking about it. The other thing I wanted to show y'all, Medvedev, what he said today. This was very concerning to me. Very concerning to me. How he's talking about Russia's Medvedev regions can be defended with strategic nuclear weapons. Now, he is the head of the Security Council right now. He's also the former president of Russia, and he's also next in line. If something was to happen to Putin, he can also be next in line to become president of Russia again. He's pretty much he's what they call Putin's ally. Former Russian President Dmitry Medvedev said on Thursday that any weapons in Moscow's arsenal, including strategic nuclear weapons, could be used to defend territories incorporated in Russia from Ukraine. Medvedev, the deputy chairman of Russia's Security Council, said that the referendums are being organized by Russian-installed separatist authorities in large swaths of the Russian-occupied Ukrainian territory will take place, and there is no going back. So once this gets started, guys, once this happens, there is no going back. And he's saying they're going to protect these. They could protect these with strategic nuclear weapons. That's part of their doctrine. Donbass republics and territories will be accepted into Russia. Medvedev said the protection of all territories will be significantly strengthened by the Russian armed forces, adding that Russia has announced that not only the mobilization capabilities, but also any Russian weapons, including strategic nuclear weapons, based on new principles, could be used for such protection. So, hey, Putin made this happen. This means all options are on the table when it comes to those territories, guys. And Zaporizhia, that's a hot spot. Kherson, that's another hot spot. And this is where Ukraine is pushing right now. So Russia's pretty much like, hey, Ukraine, back off. Or if you keep using Western weapons to hit these territories, we're going to use nukes. Probably not on Ukraine, but they can use it on Poland. They can use it on Lithuania, Latvia, Estonia, America, Germany, France, the UK, Denmark, Iceland. Anywhere in those areas they can hit. Bulgaria, Romania. If Turkey turns against them, Turkey. That's when things really escalate and people wake up and be like, oh man, yeah, I need to get my stuff in order. But at that time, it'll be too late. Because at that time, it might not be a tomorrow. You'll be lucky to see a tomorrow if you're one of those 1 or 10% that survive. Wow, they're going to annex all these territories too. Expecting Ukraine to back down and expecting NATO to back off. But NATO's just like, nope, we're not going to back off. We're ready for this. We're ready for this fight to the end. Now I'm going to show y'all Lavrov. Uh-oh, Lavrov walked out. Oh, shoot, that just came out. Lavrov flees country. Hold on, what? Oh, this just happened. This just happened. Oh, boy. What happened? Lavrov walks out of UN Security Council. Russians flee country to avoid military draft. Let's see. Thousands of men across Russia has been handed draft papers after Vladimir Putin announced a partial military mobilization. Traffic at the Russian border crossings with Finland and Georgia surged after Putin's partial mobilization. Oh, boy. I want to hear about Lavrov. Why did he leave? Did they piss him off? Or did he walk out? Lavrov walks out of UN Security Council meeting as West confronts Russia over atrocities in Ukraine. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken called on every United Nations General Assembly member to send a clear message to Russia that it must stop its nuclear threats in the war in Ukraine. Russian President Vladimir Putin earlier this week said that his nuclear-armed country would certainly use all available means to us if its territory is threatened to defend the country and its people. Blinken used the council session on Thursday to criticize Russia's invasion and press other countries to join Washington's forceful condemnations of the conflict. He listed atrocities he said were committed by Russia and suggested that there was more to come. Every council member should send a clear message that these reckless nuclear threats must be stopped immediately. I want to hear when he walked out. Russian Foreign Sergei Lavrov, meanwhile, repeated his frequent claims that Kyiv have long opposed Russian speakers in Ukraine, east of one various explanation that Moscow has offered for the invasion. Ukraine allies said he has been covering up crimes of the Kyiv regime. Oh, he said that their allies have been covering up crimes of the regime. Lavrov was not in the room when Blinken and some of the U.S. allies spoke, only appearing just before his own speech. Despite Blinken's forceful words, no one expects the council to act against Russia since Moscow has veto powers as a permanent member. So basically, nothing can be done about this. But we know what's about to be done about this. Oh, boy. Listing allegation of war crimes and other atrocities, he called on countries to yet speak out forcefully against them as an effort as an affront to international order.
Even a number of nations that maintain close ties with Moscow have said publicly that they have serious questions and concerns about President Putin's ongoing invasion. Rather than change course, however, President Putin has doubled down, choosing not to end the war, but to expand it, not to pull troops back, but to call 300,000 additional troops up, not to ease tensions, but to escalate them through the threat of nuclear weapons, not to work toward a diplomatic solution, but to render such a solution impossible by seeking to annex more Ukrainian territory through sham referendum. This week, President Putin said that Russia would not hesitate to use, and I quote, all weapon systems available, end quote, in response to a threat to its territorial integrity. A threat that is all the more menacing given Russia's intention to annex large swaths of Ukraine in the days ahead. When that's complete, we can expect President Putin will claim any Ukrainian effort to liberate this land as an attack on so-called Russian territory.
Oh, he said it. He said it. Y'all heard that out of his mouth. He said, when this happens, we can expect that Russia will claim those territories as a hit on Russia alleged territory. So what happens from there? Why won't they answer that question? What happens from there if they do that? What do we need to be getting prepared for? What do Americans need to be getting ready for?
Every council member should send a clear message that these reckless nuclear threats must stop immediately. It's imperative that every member of this council, and for that matter, every member of the United Nations, reject these sham referenda and unequivocally declare that all Ukrainian territory is and will remain part of Ukraine. And no Russian claim to annex territory can take away Ukraine's right to defend its own land.
So, yes, this definitely could be part of the depopulation agenda. As we're running out of everything. We're in drought, energy crisis, everything. There's a high demand everywhere. But it seems like the United States is on board. They're acting like the defensive one. But you can very well see that this is about to escalate, guys. Jay, does he need to spell it out? You already know. Yes, as to dude, I already know, man. I already know. I can see it on his expression. I can see it on his face. I can see it in his language. They're ready to go. They're ready to go.
Here's the reality. None of us chose this war. Not the Ukrainians, who knew the crushing toll it would take. Not the United States, which warned that it was coming and worked to prevent it. One man chose this war. One man can end it. Because if Russia stops fighting, the war ends. If Ukraine stops fighting, Ukraine ends.
Whoa. Wow. I ain't like that message. Y'all heard that ending? If Ukraine, wait. If Russia stays out of the war, Ukraine wins. If they stay in the war, or if Ukrainians in the war, Ukraine ends. Ukraine ends. I don't like that language. Ukraine ends. That's almost like a threat. That's like a lot of messages in just a few words. That's crazy. Ukraine ends, huh? Dang. It's that time. Yeah, it's that time, guys. All right. Let's talk about Belarus. A lot of people are asking what's going on with Belarus. They have their military on high alert right now. Uh, as Serbia warned of a conflict within a month or two. I talked about that yesterday, but I don't remember if I talked about it on my YouTube live or not. Of what they said. I might have to reconnect to this. Let me see. Internet's been acting really weird. Oh, there we go. All right. Let's go back out of here. All right, let's see. Now, this was one of the big threats that I was worried about yesterday, because this is another just big threat, a huge threat. And don't forget, Iran is hacking the United States. They admitted that today, too, that they're hacking our soil, hacking citizens and infrastructure on our soil. Yeah, see, this is acting weird. Now it won't go to anything. That's really weird. Cannot connect. Wow, okay. Give me a second. I'm going to connect it to my hotspot. Let me see if this works. You have been hacked. Yes, I don't know if I'm hacked, but okay, there it is. There it is. Now it's going. All right, past week as well is going to go. This one right here is another 3 is already underway. See what I mean? It just keeps doing that over and over. It's really not trying to let me get to this. All right, there we go. World War III is. All right. I don't know what the heck is happening. This thing keeps freezing. This live is freezing bad. It was working this whole time. It was working this whole time. All right. Everything good, guys? Everybody got the live? Is still going? Can you hear it now? Okay. Good. All right. Let's continue on. So, according to the Parliament of Belarus, World War III is in fact already underway. As reported on Tuesday, the Speaker of the House of Representatives of Belarus said that World War III is actually already in progress and could develop into a war zone. Humanity is not just one step from World War III, it's actually going on in international relations, the economy, people's heads, and is increasingly moving into the war zone. So far, they are acting with foreign hands, but that is only for now. He believes that only a strong state based on national traditions, people's power, can survive the developed conditions of the global confrontation. So this is coming out of Belarus parliament. Dude's literally saying that World War III is coming. It's coming. And then I showed y'all what the president of Serbia said, that World War III or a global conflict will happen within a month or two. Yep, there we go. Words of World War III. Letting you guys know, I can prove everything. Vucic warns of World War III. The conflict in Ukraine will become global. He's the closest to Vladimir Putin, one of Vladimir Putin's closest allies. So if he knows anything Russia's going to do, it would be the Serbian president. In an interview with a Serbian radio and television from New York, where he is participating in proceedings of the UN General Assembly, Vucic emphasized that the war in Ukraine is very likely to turn from a local to a global one. I think we are going to go from a special military operation to a major war, and the question is where the red lines will be. We are going to enter a large-scale global conflict of the likes we've never seen since World War II. In the next 1 month or 2 months, so the next 1 or 2 months, he said, we'll be in global conflict. CNN today said that nuke warning. Yeah, I know. I seen a CNN video today about them talking about Vladimir Putin using nukes as well. They also found a Chinese submarine in the Indo-Pacific as the United States was doing patrols. So they're saying China's becoming more active there. And then let me show y'all the one about them. Let me show y'all the one about China and Latin America. This is no game, guys. This stuff's about to brew. All right. U.S. military leaders warned that China could militarize ports it owns in the Latin America. Let's go down. China displaced the United States as Brazil's top trading partner in 2009. United States military leaders are deeply concerned about the surge in Chinese-owned ports in the Latin America and the Caribbean that could benefit its military, according to a report by the U.S.-China Commission. Why would China need to build a naval base around the world? Remember the Senate Intelligence Committee? They'll have visiting rights to basically operationalize any port they control in the world in a time of conflict if necessary. And there won't be anything we can do about it. Chinese-owned companies are involved in construction of roughly 40 ports on both sides of the Panama Canal. According to the report, the Chinese military already has been running a space tracking station in Argentina. So I just said that when I was showing y'all the map. That was the whole reason I wanted to show y'all the map, to show y'all how close China is plotting on the United States. They're right down below us. Mexico's in chaos. Nicaragua has been in chaos. The Panama Canal has been in chaos. This is the perfect time for China to start eyeing these places. South America, period. If they start an issue over here, boom. Hey, you guys need military assistance? Or hey, let's go help our allies. Here, we're about to pop up on the coast. They already are making moves towards the United States. As they said, they're against our international order. That's the only reason China and Russia is working together right now. They're against our international order. They're against the way we run things. And they're trying to change this world order, I guess, that the United States is bringing upon the world. That's at least the way that they're saying it. While the United States is saying they're trying to keep the world order in place, while, China and Russia is in the way of it. China to Latin America, all your fish belongs to us. Oh, damn. Okay, China. Just putting out warnings out there like that. All right, let me see if there's anything new with Ukraine, or if there's been any more nuclear threats out there or nuclear movements. U.S. says it takes Putin's nuclear threat seriously. Oh, shoot. Well, we don't want that. The United States says it takes Putin's nuclear threat seriously. John Kirby said the United States was not changing its strategic deterrent posture, but that Mr. Putin spoke irresponsibly. On Wednesday, Russia's leader warned his country will use all means at its disposal to protect his country. It comes as four Ukrainian regions, part occupied by Russian forces, are about to stage a snap votes on joining Russia. Ukraine and its allies call these votes a sham exercise designed to give legitimacy to a illegal annexation. It is a dangerous precedent for Mr. Putin to be using this kind of rhetoric in the context of a war. Clearly, he's losing inside Ukraine, Mr. Kirby said. Dang. This is about to be crazy. Wild times ahead of us, guys. This is seriously wild times ahead of us. Yes, there is currently a Category 4 hurricane heading up towards Canada, but I think they said might hit the Bermuda. I seen you guys down there talking about it hitting the Bermuda. This is very worrisome. Yes, Hurricane Fiona strengthens to a Category 4 hurricane. So that one's another thing that's going off. So we got national disasters on top of World War III, on top of economic collapse, on top of loss of stock and food and trade and tensions and territory grabs and everything. This was what's supposed to happen towards the end. This is what's supposed to happen. I mean, now our leaders are putting out nuclear threats, and Russia's leader directly said the United States and NATO are involved in the war. So, I mean, we are in World War III. If you want to be honest, Putin kind of declared World War III. That's a leader saying it. That's like Joe Biden coming out saying, hey, we're at war with Russia. Whether Russia takes it serious or not, we're at World War III because he just declared we're at war with them. It's like, wow. Okay. I guess we're in World War III. And yes, I know nuclear war has been all over the news. It's been, I mean, everyone's worried. They're worried what Vladimir Putin's going to do next. Now people are worried that he put it on the world stage and he made sure that the whole audience was making sure to watch this one. He might have postponed it, but now it's literally coming out everywhere. For the first time since the Cold War, a conflict with a nuclear armed peer is no longer theoretical. Oh, really? Yeah, I bet. Biden's new mission hitting off any possibility of a nuclear crisis. Yeah, he put out the idea, but we already know Russia's not going to sign on to that. We already know that they're not going to sign on to that at all. All right. Kosovo. Let's talk about that one. NATO just sent the reserves to Kosovo. EU draft on Kosovo as president as Vucic addresses UN. Oh, so that's more stuff coming out. This the past day. All right, let's go past week with this one. Let me just do NATO. Kosovo, NATO. Then it should pop up. NATO bring reserve troops to Kosovo for training. NATO ready to send more troops to Kosovo in case of fresh unrest. That's been coming out. NATO brings reserve troops to Kosovo for training amid fears of unrest. Just let y'all know that that's another front to be watching. We don't know. That's an unpredictable front, just like Argentina and I mean not Argentina, but Azerbaijan and Armenia. Just like Israel and Iran, and Israel and the Palestinians, and the Hamas and Gaza. North Korea and South Korea could also break off at any point in time. We're heading into World War III, guys. And now that Putin's putting out the nuclear threat, I wonder who else is going to follow him. Would that embolden Kim Jong-un to do it if the United States did nothing about the threat about Putin? Would that encourage Xi Jinping to start threatening his nuclear weapons? Will that embolden Iran to make their own and start threatening theirs? Like, is Israel going to start threatening Iran with theirs since, Putin did it? It just take one person, guys, just to get everything else going. Y'all see the invasion emboldened other countries to invade other countries. So if one country push the button or threatens to push the button, will other countries follow? Most likely. I don't know, guys. But on that note, I wanted to come on here and let you guys know things are really bad. So please get ready. We are really concerned for the people out there. I'm really concerned for all my fellows out there that's going through a hard time, and even the ones that's ignoring this and not getting the message. Man, I pray for you, man, because this is heating up. This ain't no fucking joke. This is the real deal. This is real life. This ain't a video game. This ain't Call of Duty. This is real life. This is brewing in front of you. Get ready, guys. That's all I'm gonna say. Anyways, thank you for coming through. Thank you, Off Grid, for participating, man. Great to see you in here, man. It's really worrisome what's going on here. Thank you for all my mods that's got these lives running, and thank you for everybody that pops up and listens and spreads the message and share. We are all doing this for you. We don't have to. We do it for you because we care for you. I have love for you guys. You guys keep me going every day and give me the energy to get up and read this and learn from it and be able to tell you in your own way of what's brewing in this world. It's time to get right with God, man. It's time to get right with God. Pray and have a great day, and pray for our men and soldiers that's about to get ready to go to that battlefield, and pray for the men and women that can be drafted to get into this war, because we cannot rule that out as we are low on recruitments and they're scrambling to see a way in. Even calling for the end of the pandemic. The plandemic. Anyways, we'll leave on that note. You guys have a great day.